Welcome to Seriously Sus, the podcast exposing shadiness with a side eye, with your hosts Nanette and Miranda. We dig into true crime trends, internet chaos, and cultural nonsense that makes you stop and go, wait a damn minute. So get your side-eyed ready, because today, reality itself is on notice, and things are about to get seriously sus.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Seriously Sus. I'm Miranda.
And I'm Nanette, and we're happy to have you here. Also, a little concerned that you keep coming back.
After a string of heavy episodes, we're giving you something lighter, something cleansing, something deeply unserious.
So naturally, we decided to do crime. Translation? Today we're talking about animals who would absolutely get banned from group chat.
Welcome to Sus Animals, nature's most wanted. The ones who look cute, act shady, and somehow have better public relations than any of us.
Before any panties get in a bunch, this is all lighthearted fun. The truth is, the odds are high that at least one of your hosts here will die attempting to pet something we definitely should not be petting.
Very high, yeah, very high.
We are animal lovers through and through, so take everything in this episode with the side eye in which it was written.
We're opening case files on dolphins who have been filmed carefully messing with pufferfish and then behaving in ways that can only be described as a little off. We've got orcas involved in ongoing boat drama. They got reports of interactions that often involve targeting, like the rudders of yachts. Big fan orcas. We've got raccoons solving puzzle boxes and continuing even after the food reward is gone, which suggests the snack might have never been the point.
Snacks are always the point.
Heard that. And we've got crows. Oh, we know I love the crows. With long-running research suggesting they can remember human faces and they hold grudges for years.
So basically, nature has a memory and a notes app. Incoming tangent on new Sus Squad member. Puppy moved the...
We got to introduce you guys to our newest
she's
Sus
got
member.
Hiccups.
Oh, how cute.
So sorry if you hear puppy. Yeah, you want to go over there and sit?
There's a tiny new puppy here. You guys will meet her soon. All right, but first, we're starting with the headliner. The animal that heard fight or flight and said, actually have a third option, menace.
The honey badger.
The honey badger. Famously hard to hold on to, in part because of its loose skin, which allows it to twist and turn. Also backed by actual science in the way it feels deeply unfair to the rest of us.
It's not fearless. It's just extremely prepared. And basically wearing a tactile hoodie.
And that's why the honey badger is going first, because nothing says welcome back to fun like an animal whose entire brand is refusal. So this is the suspect lineup.
Innocent until proven ridiculous.
All right, before we jump into the full honey badger and its many, many choices, we should explain how today's episode works. Because otherwise, this is just us saying, that feels off for an hour. While that is our natural state, we've added structure. This episode is built like a lineup. Each animal is a suspect. Not a villain, just questionable.
And for every animal, we're going to walk through the same basic case file. First, what they're being accused of. Not legally, vibe-wise. Crimes against expectations. Crimes against good PR. Crimes against our trust.
Then we'll look at the evidence. And by evidence, we mean actual observations, research, or documented behavior that made scientists say, huh, that's interesting.
And by interesting, they mean, I wish I hadn't seen that.
After that, we'll talk motive. It's always about the motive. Mm-hmm. Are they hungry, bored, extremely intelligent? Just built different.
Sometimes the motive is simply audacity.
And finally, we'll rate them on the sus scale.
This is our very official, extremely scientific scale.
The sus scale runs from 1 to 10. 1, harmless angel, no agenda, no weird energy.
A 1 is a manatee.
A 10, we do not trust you. We do not like what you're doing, and we are asking follow-up questions.
A 10 is an animal that knows what it's doing and would do it again. Like a husky who looks you right in the eye and does the thing you told it just not to do.
Or every cat that we love.
Yes.
All right, important note, this is not about which animals are dangerous or bad. It's about vibes, patterns, choices. And you can be harmless and still deeply suspicious. Honestly, that's most of us.
Throughout the episode, we'll also have a couple of mini games, including Animal Alibis, where we try to defend an animal's behavior like we're their lawyers and we're underpaid.
And later, Dolphin PR team, where we attempt to fix an image problem that cannot be fixed. We will fail.
At the end, we'll wrap up by deciding who earned the title of most sus. And we'll ask you to weigh in because this is a democracy. And also because we want validation.
True. So, with the rules established, the scale calibrated, and the gravel lightly tapped, we begin with an animal whose reputation precedes it.
Case number 1, the honey badger.
The honey badger. Defendant number 1, the honey badger. Charges include intimidation, refusal to disengage, opportunistic theft, and the chronic do not touch me energy.
Also, resisting arrest, constantly and spiritually.
For anyone unfamiliar, the honey badger, also known as the rattle, is a small carnivore in the, mustard family?
Yeah.
It's found across Africa, the Middle East, parts of Asia, and it has a reputation that far outweighs its size.
It's one of those animals where people say, oh yeah, that thing is unlikable. And you're like, that feels exaggerated. And yet, the vibes are earned.
Let's start with the physical evidence, because the honey badger is genuinely built different. One of the most documented traits of it is it's like unusually thick, loose skin, and it allows it to just twist and turn inside its own hide. Multiple sources describe this as a key defensive feature that makes it extremely hard for predators to maintain grip. Also, super weird.
Yes. So if you grab it, the honey badger just simply exits the situation.
Exactly. Like you're grabbing a hoodie that's 3 sizes too big, except for that hoodie's really angry.
It's wearing escape clothes.
Oh, nice. That loose skin isn't just trivial. It's central to how the honey badger survives encounters with larger animals. It can rotate, bite back, and keep on moving when most animals would be immobilized.
Already seriously sus. And also sus, how is this the animal for Hufflepuffs?
I don't know, but go Hufflepuff. Next piece of evidence. The chemical deterrence and communication. Honey badgers have anal scent glands. Also don't like that being stuck with my Hufflepuffs. And field research has documented multiple forms of scent marking behavior, including laterin marking, squat marking, and token urination. So they just spreading their booty scents everywhere. Mm-hmm. They're just spreading it. They use this for communication and territory signaling. And this has been formally studied and published in Animal Behavior.
So it's leaving messages. And those messages say, I live here, I was here, and mind your business. Imagine being a predator and realizing the ground has opinions.
And then there's the Science Flex. A peer-reviewed paper published in Toxin examined why the honey badgers can survive bites from venomous snakes that would be lethal to almost any other mammals. The study found that the honey badger has evolved amino acid substitutions at the toxic binding site, nicotinic acetylcholine receptors. So that's a really big sciencey word. Anyway, so it's got these little receptors that the toxins be binding to, and it reduces the ability of the snake neurotoxin to bind effectively.
So it's not just attitude, it's molecular audacity.
I love that for them. So this isn't immunity in a casual sense. It's resistance through evolutionary modification. But the result is the same. The honey badger often survives the encounters and should absolutely not be survivable.
Final piece of evidence. Behavior. According to National Geographic, honey badgers are opportunistic omnivores that will hunt, scavenge, and steal food when the opportunity arises. Again, most of us.
Yeah, if I see a snake.
Yeah. They are also known to steal from other carnivores rather than hunt from scratch.
Yeah, again.
If it's efficient.
Again, easier.
Right, I'll steal your fries instead of making my own.
Right. So it's not just fearless, it's economical.
Exactly. This is not chaos without direction. This is chaos with goals.
So what's the motive here? The honey badger's behavior isn't random. Everything points to an animal that is extremely adaptable, highly tolerant of pain, and optimized for confrontation when necessary.
This isn't recklessness. This is confidence backed by data. Its anatomy, chemistry, and behavior all reduce the cost of standing its ground. When retreat is less advantageous than confrontation, the honey badger simply doesn't leave. It looks at fight or flight and says, game on.
It's ready to go. Which brings us to the sus scale. On a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is harmless angel and 10 is we do not trust your intentions, where does the honey badger land?
I give it a solid 10.
Oh, it's like a top of your sus scale, huh? See,
Yep.
I'm going 8 because I feel like I understand the honey badger. Like, it's a little sus, but I understand its deep motives of stealing your snack.
That is true. I also feel like it merges a little with the Chihuahua energy.
Yeah.
Now, I say 10 because they look all cute, and then suddenly they will take your face off.
They will, and they will not even care.
I feel like if this is what the Hufflepuffs were supposed to be, they were so misaligned in that series.
But were we? All right, so sentence, mandatory community service as a motivational speaker. Topic, boundaries.
And with that, we close the honey badger case file and immediately move on to an animal we trusted emotionally. Next suspect, the dolphins.
I'm emotionally compromised going into this because I swam with dolphins many times. I love them. They were cute. They gave me kisses. You got to ride them. I saw no sus behavior with these particular dolphins that I know, my personal dolphin friends.
Uh-huh. Well, we have charges against dolphins that include emotional manipulation, false advertising, coordinated nonsense, and letting us believe they were better than us.
Well, they might be. I'm not sure. This is not just suspect. This is personal betrayal.
For decades, dolphins have had this immaculate reputation. They're smart, friendly, playful, helpers of humans. They're the equivalent of the golden retrievers if they had a PR team and access to the ocean. They're in children's movies. They're the symbols of empathy. They're used as proof of intelligence equals kindness.
Yeah, remember Flipper? They let us swim with them.
Let's start with the incident. You probably know the one. Footage and reporting describing dolphins interacting with pufferfish in a very specific way. Gently passing them around, provoking the release of toxins, and then floating around looking extremely pleased with themselves.
Yeah, kind of like me when my friends are over.
AKA, hi.
They're not panicking. They are not confused. They are vibing. This is not, oops, science experiment. This is, guys, watch this.
The toxin involved, tetrodotoxin, is incredibly dangerous in large doses. But in very small amounts, it can have a narcotic effect. And somehow dolphins are like, okay, but what if we just did a little?
Yep, we all know that guy, huh? What makes this especially uncomfortable is the care involved. They aren't biting the fish. They aren't killing it. They are handing it gently, which is a skill. It's a group project.
The dolphins are more than capable of this level of coordination. They're highly intelligent, socially complex animals with strong memories and group learning, which means they cannot pretend this was an accident. No one slipped, no one tripped, no one went, oh no, I accidentally started a toxin exchange program.
There's also extensive documentation of dolphins engaging in aggressive behaviors towards other dolphins, dominance displays, harassment, bullying.
So their friendliness is definitely conditional.
Very conditional.
They're friendly the way the popular kids are friendly.
This is where dolphins truly become sus, because this isn't just about what they do. It's about how we feel about them.
We trusted them.
We put them on our posters. We use them as our metaphors for emotional intelligence. I have little glass figurines by my TV.
Yeah, and we said, if dolphins are smart and kind, maybe intelligence makes you good.
And dolphins said nothing.
They made direct eye contact while we were wrong.
So, what's the motive? Boredom is a strong contender. Dolphins are extremely intelligent animals with a lot of free time. This is what happens when genius doesn't have a hobby.
There's also social bonding. Many of these behaviors appear to happen in groups. Peer pressure, but what?
And finally, confidence. Dolphins are fast, powerful, and face very few natural consequences. Nothing keeps you humble like 0 predators and a big brain.
So where do dolphins land on your sus scale?
I am going to give dolphins a 5 because I know they're super, super sus, but I still can't help being cuddly towards them. I had a kiss. Come on.
Right. I think that's fair. The getting high part, I can get behind. Like, do your thing.
Yeah, me too, dog. Me too.
But it's the sexual assault, shall we say, of all the other animals.
Yeah.
It's kind of where I feel that they're very sus and very misleading when we thought
because they know what they are doing.
Right? And here we thought they were these cute, kind, little, playful animals who apparently have a very acute sexual appetite, shall we say.
Mm-hmm. Dirty dolphins.
Yes.
Sentence: dolphins no longer allowed to be described as playful without a disclaimer. They now must be introduced as emotionally complex and potentially chaotic.
And slightly problematic.
With that, we close the dolphin case file.
I need a palate cleanser.
Good news.
Is it an animal that doesn't look me in the eyes?
No.
I hate this episode.
Animal Alibis. Before we move on, we're going to play a game we're calling Animal Alibis.
This is where we pretend we are the legal defense team for animals who absolutely did what they're being accused of.
The rules are simple. I present the crime.
And I have to defend the animal using logic, science, vibes, or confidence. Preferably confidence.
No preparation, no research, just vibes and plausible deniability.
I'm ready to lie for nature.
Animal, dolphins, crime, carefully passing around toxic fish that appearing to enjoy the effects.
Okay, first of all, allegedly.
There's video.
Your Honor, dolphins are highly intelligent and curious animals. What you are interpreting as recreational toxin use is actually just a hands-on chemistry lesson.
They're sharing the fish.
Collaborative learning, group study, very academic.
They look ballist the F out.
Have you ever seen someone who finished a really good book?
They're floating and staring at their reflections.
Self-reflection is important for growth.
I'm overruling this alibi.
Corrupt court.
Animal, honey badger, crime, intimidation, refusal to disengage, and stealing food from other predators.
Okay, but if I could steal food from a lion, I would.
That's not a defense.
The honey badger is simply practicing efficient resource management. Why hunt when you can freelance?
It also does not back down.
Boundaries,
It actively escalates.
clear communication,
It sprays things.
expressive art.
Somehow, I hate that this is working. All right. Next animal, raccoon. Crime, breaking into containers, solving puzzles, and continuing after food reward is gone.
That's enrichment.
That's breaking into trash cans.
Urban foraging, sustainable living.
They have solved multiple puzzle mechanisms for literally no reason.
They like puzzles. So do I.
They're touching everything with their little hands.
Very cute little hands, and we don't shame curiosity in this house.
You're just excusing crimes.
I'm contextualizing them.
All right, ready for the lightning round?
Sure.
Crows holding grudges.
Memory skills.
Orcas damaging boats.
Maritime criticism.
Dolphins again.
No further questions.
And that's it for Animal Alibis.
I'm not a lawyer, but I am available.
And we've learned nothing.
Except that animals have reasons.
Bad reasons.
But reasons.
All right, alibi's over.
Okay, who's next?
Next up, animals who decided the ocean needed a little more drama.
Oh no.
This is I love the orca. Case number 3, orcas, also known as killer whales, which feels like a spoiler.
Technically, they're dolphins, so I think we pretty much know how this one's going to go.
They're going to get high and rape people?
Probably.
All right. Their charges include vandalism, targeted property damage, coordinated intimidation, and bringing unresolved feelings into international waters.
For context, orcas are highly intelligent, socially complex marine animals with strong family structures and learned behaviors. So right away, we're not dealing with impulse decisions.
Correct. And that's what makes this case unsettling. According to reporting and summaries compiled by a news site, there has been a documented pattern of orcas interacting with sailing vessels, particularly in the waters of Iberian Peninsula. And these interactions often involved orcas repeatedly ramming or manipulating the rudders on yachts.
Not the hull, not the people. They target the steering.
The same source describes this behavior as consistent across multiple incidents, like noting that this unusual outcome in a disabled vessel is just like left adrift, right? In some cases, the damage has been severe enough to result in the boat sinking in the water.
That's not curiosity. That's problem solving.
It's also extremely specific.
They went straight for the thing that makes a boat a boat.
I mean, that's got to prove intelligence.
Yeah.
What's especially notable is that research tracking these events suggests the behavior is coordinated among a relatively small subset of orcas and appears to be socially learned rather than random.
So this is a trend.
Yeah, which is how you know we're in trouble.
Let's talk about the pattern, because this is where it gets sus. The orcas are not attacking humans. They are not attempting to eat the boats. They are not displaying classic predatory behavior. They are critiquing the design. They approach, they interact with the rudder, and then they leave like, that'll do.
So, what's the motive? Several hypotheses are discussed by researchers monitoring these interactions. These include curiosity, play behavior, and socially learned experimentation with moving objects in the environment.
That's a lot of words for bored genius.
Exactly. Orcas are intelligent apex predators with few natural threats. Nothing humbles you like being the smartest thing in the ocean.
And when you combine intelligence, social learning, and no consequences, you get hobbies.
And this is where the vibe shifts from interesting to concerning. Because once a behavior is socially learned, it can spread.
This started as one orca going, what if? And then became a pod going, yeah. That's how every bad group decision starts.
So where do orcas land on your sus scale?
Well, since there's just one really specific sus behavior as opposed to dozens of our previous ones, I think it's pretty low. I'm going to say a 3.
I agree. I don't think orcas are sus at all, actually, but not very. I mean, they are sinking the boats, but they're yachts.
And honestly,
They're just trying to eat the rich.
it's payback for, what we've done to them. So
For all the kidnapping in SeaWorld?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the fact that they are just destroying the rudders and not like the whole entire boat.
They didn't hurt the people.
Right? I think they're letting us off easy.
Right. They just let you go for a little swim in the ocean.
Right.
So, sentence, orcas must stop treating yachts like interactive exhibits. They're no longer allowed to give boats performance reviews. And with that, we close the orca case file.
I didn't like knowing the ocean is watching us.
Good news.
Is that we're going to land animals?
Yes.
Thank God.
And I love knowing the ocean is watching me. Case number 4, raccoons.
Oh, these guys are guilty. Adorable, but 100% guilty.
Oh, I know you love the raccoons.
I do.
Charges include breaking and entering, tampering with locks, solving puzzles without consent, and continuing after the snack is gone, which is really the most alarming part.
Raccoons have been long known as urban survivors. I have a family of 4 siblings that have been hanging out on my porch nightly since they were babies. They thrive in human environments, open containers that they absolutely should not be able to open, and generally behave like they've been watching us very closely.
Tiny hands.
Yes.
Too closely.
And researchers at UC Berkeley studied urban raccoons using puzzle boxes designed with multiple solutions. They weren't simple tasks. They involved latches, doors, mechanisms that required problem solving and dexterity.
So, raccoon escape rooms? Already unsettling.
Yeah. But here's where it gets sus. The study from the University of British Columbia found that raccoons often keep solving puzzle mechanisms even after the food reward has already been taken. That's not hunger. That's curiosity. That's passion.
Like, just for funsies?
Yeah. That's why they're going to rule the day sometime. They do have opposable thumbs.
Opposable thumbs and like to solve puzzles.
Yeah. And they're already evolving to...
Watch out,
What's
everyone.
the word? To domesticate
yeah.
themselves.
I would have a pet raccoon.
I absolutely would. I consider the 4 on my porch pets.
The researchers, they interrupted this, like, intrinsic motivation. The raccoons appeared to be, like, solving the puzzles for information. They were like, I know there's nothing in here, but I just need to know I could do it.
Which means raccoons are not just stealing their trash. They're auditing it.
Imagine them judging you for what you bought.
Right? Be like, hey, your neighbor has way better taste than you.
Like, is this store brand tuna?
Right? Dude, you have way too much processed food. Can you throw me a vegetable now and then?
This is a shame. The Berkeley study also noted that raccoons show flexibility in problem solving. If one solution stops working, they try another. So they don't panic. They just adapt.
We also have to address the hands. The cutest little hands.
Oh my goodness.
Raccoons have highly sensitive, dexterous front paws, originally adapted for foraging in water, and now used exclusively for crying. See? My babies.
Can we put a picture of raccoon hands up?
Oh, absolutely. For those of you watching the video, you will get cute little raccoon hands. Those paws made it especially good at manipulating human objects. Latches, lids, locks. Anything we thought was raccoon-proof is simply a challenge. And yes, raccoons love a challenge.
So, what's the motive?
Curiosity. Raccoons are intelligent generalists. They explore their environment consistently.
They're nosy. They're also opportunistic. Cities provide endless puzzles. Trash cans, doors, coolers.
Humans basically built them an amusement park. And then we act surprised when they use it.
Right? This is where raccoons cross into deeply sus territory, though. They don't just solve problems once. They remember solutions.
If a raccoon opens your trash can, it will open it again. And it will teach its friends. And maybe come back just to see if you tried anything new. It's that hacker mindset.
So, where do raccoons land on your sus scale?
I don't believe they're sus.
I don't either. I love them too much.
I know.
They're stealing right in your faces, too, and I respect that.
I have to say they're low. Like, we know this about them. They're intelligent. Honestly, cats kind of do the same thing.
They do, and we let them live with us.
Right? They're just too cute.
Yep. You get pardoned. You get pardoned for your cuteness.
Yes.
Sentence: raccoons must stop treating human infrastructure like logic puzzles.
They will not comply.
No, they'll simply learn faster.
And I respect that. And with that, we close the raccoon case file.
I need to go check my trash can real quick.
You're too late.
Oh. All right, sus scale speed round.
This is where we rate animals with absolutely no context and zero due process.
I will name the animal, and we will give a sus scale rating from 1 to 10. No explanations longer than one sentence.
This rule will not be respected.
Otters.
8.
Reason?
Adorable face. Cute little hands. Bad intentions.
Penguins?
4.
Agreed. They're trying their best.
Geese. Definitely a 10.
10. Immediate.
No explanation needed.
Owls?
7.
They know too much. Octopi or octopuses?
9.
Why not 10?
Because they haven't revealed their full plan yet.
Ain't that true, but they do open jars.
They do.
Cats?
A definite 10.
Across the board. Dogs?
No more than a 3.
Too earnest.
Occasionally sus, just mostly confused.
Crows?
9.
We'll get there. Snakes?
6.
Parrots?
8. They gossip.
Goats?
6. Chaotic neutral.
Pigs?
7. Too smart.
Humans?
11.
12. And that's been your sus speed round.
We stand by nothing we just said.
And some of you are already mad. Good. Engage.
If you disagree with our ratings, you're wrong, but respectfully.
All right, speed round over.
Who's next?
Next up, animals who remember your face.
That can't be good.
Crows. One of my lovely favorites. Case number 5. Crows. Charges include long-term surveillance, coordinated harassment, information sharing, and remembering things they absolutely do not need to remember.
This isn't an animal. This is a spreadsheet.
Crows are a member of the crovid family, which is widely recognized for their super high intelligence, their problem-solving skills, and their social complexity.
Which already feels like too much power for a bird.
But the specific evidence that lands them squarely in sus territory is this long-running research out of the University of Washington. So the research found that crows can recognize individual human faces and remember them for years. Particularly faces associated with a negative experience. So if you piss them off, they remember.
So they don't just dislike you. They remember you. Forever.
The study famously involved researchers wearing masks while capturing and banding crows. Years later, or even over a decade later, crows would still scold, mob, and harass people wearing the same dangerous mask while ignoring the neutral ones.
That's not instinct. That's a beef.
What makes this even more unsettling is that the crows don't keep the information to themselves. The research documented that crows communicate about threats to other crows. Meaning if individuals who have never were directly involved in the original incident still participated in the harassment. Like, the crows are telling other crows.
So they're gossiping.
They're warning.
They're holding meetings.
Yes, there is onboarding. According to reporting on this research, the grudge behavior was observed to persist many years, up to 17 in at least one documented case.
17 years. For context, I don't remember what I ate yesterday. And crows are out here like, yes, the enemy from 2006.
Let's talk about pattern, though, because it isn't random aggression. Crows don't attack everyone.
Just the right people.
They assess, remember, categorize, respond.
That's HR behavior.
They also adjust their behavior over time. As the dangerous mask appeared less often, the harassment eventually decreased.
So they also understand forgiveness?
Eventually, after nearly 2 decades. So, what's the motive?
Protection and survival. Recognizing threats and sharing information helps the group avoid danger.
But the execution is what pushes us into sus territory. They didn't just avoid the person. They organized. They escalated. They remembered.
This is where crows become unsettling. They don't just know who you are, they know what you did. And they know who else should know about it.
Crows are watching. Crows are judging. Crows are taking notes.
So where do crows land on the sus scale?
Oh, I think crows are a solid 9. They are super suspicious, and I support it 100%.
Exactly. I mean, I'm all for holding a good grudge.
Right, and they tell everyone else, like, you know, when somebody wrongs you and you tell all your friends?
Yes.
That's what they do, and I respect that 100%. It's sus, and I'm for the messy.
Absolutely.
So, sentence, crows must stop acting like they run the neighborhood.
They will not stop. They will simply wait.
And with that, we close the crow case file.
And I apologize to every crow I've ever made eye contact with.
Next up,
Please tell me it's not another bird.
it is
Ugh, I hate it here.
ravens!
Yay! So smarter crows.
Yeah. Charges include contract enforcement, long-term memory of personal slights, selective cooperation, and running an internal ethics committee.
So this bird has a code.
Ravens are members of the crow family, and they're also recognized as intelligent. But the evidence that makes them uniquely sus is from an experiment reported from National Geographic. In this study, ravens were trained to trade low value items like bread for higher value items like cheese.
That's normal, reasonable, and a good deal. I approve.
Then these research introduced unfair partners, experimenters who accepted the bread but kept the cheese for themselves.
Oh yeah, that's not cool. That's bold and very sus.
After experiencing this, the ravens showed a clear preference for interacting with the fair partners in the future trials, avoiding the unfair ones.
So they just didn't feel wronged. They remembered. And I would too. You
They're
didn't give me my cheese?
They're like, you ripped me off. Now, what pushes us into sus territory is how long their memory lasts. According to reporting research, ravens remembered which humans treated them fairly and unfairly at least a month after a single interaction sequence.
One bad deal, one interaction, and they said, noted.
And in some interpretations and findings, researchers believe ravens may be capable of remembering such social information for way even longer.
Meanwhile, I can't remember a password I set yesterday.
True story, me too. This behavior suggests ravens aren't just reacting emotionally, they're evaluating partners. They're reviewing on Yelp. They're deciding who's worth cooperating with.
This bird has standards, and those standards persist over time.
So, what's the motive from an evolutionary standpoint? Remembering who cheats you is incredibly useful as a social species.
That makes sense.
But again, the execution is what is unsettling because they don't explode.
They don't retaliate. They quietly adjust future behavior.
That's worse.
The crow remembers its enemies. Ravens remember contracts. They are not emotional. They are principled.
Which somehow feels more threatening.
100%. So where do ravens land on the sus scale?
I'm going to go with 6 for no other reason than vibes.
Yeah, I mean, who's going to fault anyone that gets pissed that you stole their cheese?
Right. But I'm always a little bit uncomfortable with birds that might be smarter than me because I probably would have forgot that face immediately.
Yeah, they definitely have a better memory than I do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this is sus behavior. I think this is justifiable.
That should have gave it its bread.
The bigger lesson learned is don't steal cheese.
That's the really important lesson. That's really the lesson for our entire podcast today. Just don't steal cheese.
Don't steal anyone's cheese.
All right. So, sentence. Ravens must stop judging us?
They will not. They have already decided.
And they're probably right. With that, we close the Raven case file. Next up, another game. All right, it's time for the Dolphin PR team.
This is where we attempt to protect the public image of dolphins in the wake of events.
The rules are simple. I'm the crisis PR manager.
And I'm the person who just got handed the footage and whispered, "Oh no."
Our client, dolphins.
Our challenge? Explain away reports describing dolphins gently chewing and passing around pufferfish, provoking the release of tetrodotoxin, then acting trance-like. Otherwise, hi.
And for this section, we have a special guest with us. Peyton, my daughter, has returned and will play the part of reporter. We'll now hold our press conference. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. Dolphins remain committed to ocean wellness, community engagement, and innovation.
Don't say innovation.
We'd like to address the viral narrative suggesting dolphins are getting high by interacting with pufferfish. Reports describe dolphins passing pufferfish around, appearing blissed out afterwards. First, we reject the term getting high. We prefer participating in a controlled sensory experience.
Miranda.
Second, dolphins are curious learners. Any gentle handling of pufferfish is best understood as marine biology lab.
That lab is unaccredited.
Is it true that dolphins were carefully chewing pufferfish to release tetrodotoxin, a toxin that can have narcotic side effects in small doses?
The dolphins were exploring the concept of dose, like home chef seasoning, lightly, tastefully.
Follow-up, why were they passing it around in a group?
Community, sharing, mutual aid.
So, socialism?
Ocean socialism.
Multiple reports describe the dolphins appearing trance-like after the interaction and floating near the surface. How do you respond?
Mindfulness, meditation, reflection. Literally, it's called self-care.
They were staring at their reflection like they just discovered they're hot.
That's also self-care.
So you're saying dolphins didn't do this intentionally?
We are saying dolphins are extremely intelligent and therefore capable of intentional learning opportunities.
That's the opposite of what we needed.
I'm doing my best with the facts that we have.
Dolphins acknowledge public concern. Dolphins apologize for any confusion caused by their experimental leisure activities. Dolphins remain committed to a safe, responsible curiosity and will be implementing new general guidelines, including 1. No passing of pufferfish like it's a group project. 2. No trance-like floating during work hours. And 3. All future sensory exploration will be conducted one dolphin at a time, with supervision.
Who is supervising them?
A neutral third party.
A sea cucumber?
And that concludes Dolphin PR team.
And we have successfully made it worse.
So much worse.
As a reminder, dolphins have not retained us, and we will not be taking follow-up questions.
Because the dolphins are currently busy being mindful.
Thanks again to our special guest reporter, Peyton, for dropping by and participating in this nonsense.
Thank you.
Pirates and freeloaders. All right, we've talked about menace. We've talked about intelligence. Now it's time we talk about animals' highest survival strategy is why work when you could steal?
These are not criminals of opportunity. These are professionals.
There's an actual term for this behavior, kleptoparasitism, which is science for that's mine now. It describes animals that steal food and resources from that other animals already work for.
Honestly, relatable.
Frigate birds are seabirds that steal food from like midair.
Mid-air.
They chase other birds until the victim panics and they just like drop the food and then it snatches it up.
That's not theft, that's mugging.
They don't even land. They just hoover like, I'll wait.
Unhinged behavior.
Suckas, they're birds that specialize in harassment.
Oh, I've met these people.
They aggressively chase other birds, grab them, shake them, and force them to drop their cash.
That's not survival, that's bullying.
It works.
And I hate that for everyone.
Even bald eagles, our national symbol, engage in food theft.
Of course they do. It only seems fitting.
Right? They've been observed stealing fish directly from ospreys who already did the work.
So the symbol of freedom is plagiarism.
With wings. Hyenas are often framed as scavengers, but they also like to steal kills from other predators.
Packed behavior, strength in numbers, group project theft.
They'll intimidate lions, cheetahs, whoever, and just take the meal.
That's confidence.
Coyotes and wolves also engage in opportunistic stealing, especially if the other predator is like smaller or distracted.
Timing is everything, which is what the thieves always say.
So here's the thing though, none of these animals are bad.
They're efficient.
Kleptoparasitism is often about saving energy, avoiding risk. It's like getting DoorDash.
Right? Why chase when you can intimidate?
Why hunt when someone is already hunted?
Why grind when you can pirate?
As a category, pirates and freeloaders land at 7.
That high?
Yeah, because, I mean, those animals did work really hard for it, but
Oh,
also,
that's
like,
true.
I get it.
Again.
Hunting is hard.
Yeah. That's fair. That's a fair assessment. I give them props for, being able to just slide in there and steal that french fry off that plate. but-
Swiper, no swiping.
Right?
All right. So what did you give them? You said you're going to stick with a...
Yeah, well, I see your viewpoint, so I'm gonna agree.
All right. That's it for pirates and freeloaders.
Nature's a reminder that effort is optional.
Next up, we wrap up this whole thing and decide who was the most sus of them all, and ask you to tell us why we're wrong.
Please be kind. Or don't. The animals won't be.
All right, so we've reached the end of our suspect lineup.
We've learned a lot today.
Mostly that nature can't be trusted.
And that intelligence does not equal good vibes.
So let's recap our suspects. We open strong with the honey badger, the animal's whose entire personality is no.
Honest about who it is, no false advertising, menacing but transparent.
Then we had dolphins,
Still upset.
the betrayal arc, carefully curated public image, group toxing activities.
Orcas bought us maritime drama, targeting rudders like it's a personal mission.
Raccoons,
Trash intelligence.
puzzle solvers, boundary testers.
Curious, not malicious. But still touching everything.
Crows,
Neighborhood watch with wings.
long memories, social networks, grudges. And finally, ravens.
The fairness police.
Quiet judgment, contract enforcement. So that brings us to the big question. Who is the most sus? Because it's not settled law. Was it dolphins for the emotional manipulation?
Crows for long-term grudges.
Or orcas for bringing drama into international waters?
Or maybe raccoons. Because if you think about it, they're always learning.
We want to hear from you, our listeners. Who gets your vote for the most sus animal?
And most importantly, tell us why.
We love receipts. And if you're already thinking, you didn't talk about insert deeply suspicious animal here, we know. There could absolutely be a part 2.
We've got otters, monkeys, octopus, geese.
Geese. Always geese.
Yes. Thank you for hanging out with us for this lighter, completely unhinged episode. We hope it helped reset your nervous system.
Or at least made you distrust dolphins slightly more.
As you should.
We'll be back next time with more stories, more research.
And more judgment.
Until then, stay curious
Stay respectful.
and stay seriously sus. You've just tuned in to Seriously Sus with Nanette and Miranda, your ultimate source of sus with a side eye. Thank you for hanging out with us. If today's episode made you think twice, hit the like button, subscribe, follow at Seriously Sus Podcast for more deep dives into crime, drama, and cultural chaos. And remember, stay informed, stay engaged, and stay sus. Outro music. Do 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 do. Tiny raccoon hands. Yeah.